Are you planning a trip to the Smokies? Whether you're staying in a cabin on a mountaintop or a hotel down on the Parkway, in an RV at the KOA, or the family tent in Elkmont, whether you enjoy walking the busy streets of Gatlinburg or a quiet trail in Greenbrier, if your idea of fun is speeding down on a mountain coaster or a vista view from a mountain summit, then this podcast is for you. I'm Chuck Schmidt, and I'm the Outsider. From moonshine to pancakes, from your wedding day to a family reunion, we're here to make your visit more enjoyable, more memorable, sharing with you more of the Smokies. So if your idea of the perfect park is Dollywood or the Great Smoky Mountains themselves, we've got a lot to talk about. So let's get started. But first things first, don't feed the bears. Hello everyone, I'm Chuck Schmidt, and I am the Outsider. Today is Friday, May 8th as I'm recording this episode, so please all the information is current as of that date. I'm trying to get all of my information correct, but these are coming from so many different sources that some businesses may choose to open early, but they have not updated Facebook pages or websites. So with that, I'm going to go through the list of what's open, what's closed. I apologize if a lot of this is sounding like, if you're from the north, this is going to sound like a school closing list during snow days. But I'm just trying to get the information out there, hopefully for the people who are coming to Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge, and Sevierville, give you a little more idea of what's open, what's closed, because there's still a lot to do in the national park, and there's a lot to do in the towns. This information is very fluid. It's changing day by day. The government is making different decisions on what can be open and what can't be opened. So please give me a little bit of flexibility on getting this stuff right. And with that, let's get into this. First things first, let's take a look at the park. It can be quite confusing as to what's open and what's closed in the park. Let's touch on what's closed first. All the visitor centers are closed at all the entrances. All the campgrounds are closed. Klingman's Dome is closed. If we take a look at the trails that are closed, there are three specific trails that are closed. There's the Laurel Falls Trail, the Alum Cave Trail, and the Chimney Tops Trail. Why are those three mentioned specifically? It's because they're on major roadways now that are open, and that's Little River Road and Newfound Gap Road. All other trails and backcountry campsites and shelters that are accessible from open roads will be open, but with reduced capacity levels. Let me talk about the roads that are open in the Smoky Mountains. And for those of you who are familiar with the Smokies, well, please give me a little bit of leeway here because there are a lot of people coming down here for the first time. So let me go a little in depth as to the detail as far as where these roads are and why they're actually open. When you take a look at a map of the Smokies, you gain some understanding as far as what roads are open and what roads are closed. And really what they're open to do is to get you to two of the three major visiting areas in the Smokies, and that's Newfound Gap and that's Cades Cove. So when we take a look at the open roads, the Spur, which is the piece of road that runs in between Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge, the Spur is open, and so is the Foothills Parkway. Now, Newfound Gap Road is also open, and Newfound Gap Road is what runs from Gatlinburg all the way over to Cherokee in North Carolina. If you're leaving Pigeon Forge and you're heading towards the national park, but you don't want to go through Gatlinburg, you would take the Gatlinburg bypass. That's open. And once you get into the park, Little River Road is open, and Little River Road is right by the Sugarlands Visitor Center, and it's the first road you would turn on if you're going to head out towards Cades Cove. Ware Cove Road is open, and that comes in through the Metcalf Bottoms area, and it kind of links Wares Valley into the national park. And as you continue west, you'll hit the Y intersection over near Townsend, and Little River Road at that point turns into Laurel Creek Road. And Laurel Creek Road is open, and that's what you'll continue to take all the way into Cades Cove. And the Cades Cove Loop Road is open. Other roads that are open is the Cherokee Orchard Road, the Historic Nature Trail Road, which takes you into the park. Now, keep in mind that the Roaring Fork Motor Trail is not open. That is closed. Lakeview Drive Road, that's down near Bryson City, and Deep Creek Road and Trailheads, again, down near Bryson City, those again are open. So let's talk about picnic areas that are open. The Chimney Tops area is open, Cades Cove area is open, Metcalf Bottoms is open, but the pavilion is closed. Deep Creek is open, but again, the pavilion is closed. And Collins Creek is open, but the pavilion is closed. And Collins Creek is over in the Smokemont area. Regarding open restrooms, they are open at the Sugarlands Visitor Center, Newfound Gap, Oconaluftee Visitor Center, Cades Cove Cable Mill, Abrams Falls Trailhead, Rainbow Falls Trailhead, and the restrooms that I listed above in the open picnic areas. Keep in mind that all visitor centers coming into the park are currently closed. Even though it sounds like there's a lot closed in the national park, there are a lot of places that are open. You can hike to Abrams Falls, which is absolutely beautiful. Plenty of places to hike out of Cades Cove. There are plenty of secondary trails that you can go on. The trails that are closed are the ones that are fairly heavily visited. Laurel Falls Trail, that's probably the most hiked trail in the park. And the Chimney Tops Trail, that also is very popular, as is Alum Cave Trail. But as I mentioned, there are a lot of other secondary trails that are still open, so there's a lot to do and a lot to enjoy still within the national park. Now, as far as roads that are closed, but they'll remain open for pedestrians or cyclists. So if you want to hike in or you want to ride in, Klingman's Dome Road, Elkmont Road, Roaring Fork Motor Nature Trail, Tremont Road, Greenbrier Road, Cosby Road, Big Creek Road, Highway 284, Cataloochee Road, Abrams Creek Road, Forge Creek Road, Rich Mountain Road, Little Greenbrier Road, Balsam Mountain Road, Straight Fork Road, and 20 Mile Road are all closed. Turning our attention to the businesses that have reopened, as I go through this list, please keep in mind that many of these businesses have limited services, limited hours, as well as they may not have their full list of amenities up and operating at this time. But here's the list. These are all open currently. Smoky Mountain Jeep Rentals, Sevierville Golf Club, Crave Golf Club, The Escape Game, Three Bears General Store, The Island Retail Shops and Restaurants, Gold Rush Stables and Heritage Carriage, Moon Pie General Store, Great Smoky's Flea Market, the Lodge Cast Iron in Pigeon Forge, Little River Gem Mine and Prospector Rock Shop, Iron Mountain Metalcraft, Road Trip Rentals, Ogle Brothers General Store, Smoky Mountain Adventure Tours, Parrot Mountain and Garden of Eden, Five Rivers Adventures, Fox Creek Baskets, Serendipity Ceramics, Tobias Uniques, The Celtic Shop, Savannah Bee Company, Sparky's Glass Blowing, Smoky Mountain Relic Room, and Santa's Closet. All of those are open. Now, as far as moonshine, wine, whiskey, and adult beverage places, Sugarland's Distilling Company, Old Smoky Distillery at the Island, Tennessee Homemade Wines, Doc Collier Moonshine, Sevier Distilling Company, Tennessee Cider Company, Mountain Valley Winery, Apple Barn Winery, Hillside Winery, Millbridge Winery, Sugarland Cellars, Little Bear Winery, and the Apple Barn Hard Cider House. Now, as far as future reopenings, the following businesses have shared an official opening date with the public. They're still subject to change, so please contact the business directly. Look up their Facebook or websites for the most up-to-date information. But as of today, which is May 8th, this is the most up-to-date information that I have. So opening on May 8th, Hillbilly Golf, Appalachian Ghost Walks, Smoky Mountain Observation Wheel and Kids Rides at the Island. Opening on May 9th, Great Smoky Mountain Heritage Center, Cades Cove Riding Stables. Opening on May 11th, the Double-Decker Bus Tours. Opening on May 15th, Nantahala Outdoor Center in Gatlinburg, Smoky Mountain River Raft Tubing, the Spice and Tea of Gatlinburg, Smoky Mountain Angler, the Smoky Mountain Spinnery. Opening on May 16th, Rip Roaring Adventures. Opening on May 18th, maybe, the Knoxville Zoo. Opening on May 22nd, Foxfire Mountain Adventure Park. Also opening on the 22nd is the Margarita Island Hotel. Opening on the 23rd, Great Smoky Mountain Murder Mystery Dinner Show. Opening on May 24th, the Button Willow Civil War Theater. Opening on May 29th, Nantahala Outdoor Center Pigeon Rafting. Opening on June 2nd, the Grand Majestic Dinner Theater. And opening on June 5th, the Sweet Fanny Adams Theater. Now, as far as restaurants that have reopened, and again, remember, they may have limited seating capacity. Some of these may be curbside only, so again, check with the restaurants. But these restaurants are currently open. The Smoky's Cuban Cafe, Brick and Spoon, Mel's Diner, Tony Gore's Smoky Mountain Barbecue and Grill, The Red Tomato, Bubba Gump Shrimp Company, Split Rail Eats, Fanny Farkles, Margaritaville and Pigeon Forge, Puckett's Grocery and Restaurant, Reagan's House of Pancakes, Cherokee Grill in Gatlinburg, Preacher's Smokehouse, Knox Dough, Hot Diggity Dog, the Local Goat New American Restaurant, Cinnabon and Auntie Anne's Pretzel, the Margaritaville Coffee Shop, the Mellow Mushroom, Paula Dean's Family Kitchen, Timberwood Grill, Sunliner Diner, Wood Grill Buffet, Calhoun's in Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg, the Smoky Mountain Brewery in Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg, DeLauder's Barbecue, Harpoon Harry's Crab House, Curl de la Cream Ice Cream, Elvira's Cafe, Dolce Nitrogen Ice Cream, Gigi's Cupcakes, Nagano Japanese Grill, Pawpaw's Cajun Kitchen, Pottery House Cafe, Parton's Deli, and Paula Dean's Family Kitchen. Again, all of those are currently open. Now, as far as opening in the future, Rita's Italian Ice is opening today, which is May 8th. Gaucho Urbano is opening today on the 8th. Smoky's Pancake Cabin. Flapjack's Pancake Cabin in Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg. Quaker Steak and Lube is opening today. Corky's Ribs and Barbecue is opening today. Golden Corral is opening today. Opening on May 9th, Crockett's Breakfast Camp. Pancake Pantry. Opening on the 10th, the Old Mill Restaurant. Opening on May 11th, there are a few of these. Mad Dog's Creamery and Donuts. Joe and Pop Sub Shops. TGI Fridays in Pigeon Forge. TGI Fridays in Sevierville. Opening on the 12th, Monster Mash Burgers. Opening on May 13th, Huck Finn's Catfish. Opening on May 14th, Mama's Farmhouse. Opening on May 15th, Flapjack's Pancake Cabin in Gatlinburg North, Gatlinburg East, and Sevierville. Smoky Mountain Pancake House. Golden Corral in Pigeon Forge. TGI Fridays in Gatlinburg. Crystal Creek Restaurant. All of those are opening on the 15th. Opening on the 16th, Log Cabin Pancake House at Gatlinburg, one of my favorites. Big Daddy's Pizzeria is opening on May 18th. Alamo's Steakhouse, Gatlinburg location is opening May 13th. Pigeon Forge location is opening on May 20th. Bennett's Pit Barbecue in Pigeon Forge is opening on May 14th. In Gatlinburg on May 18th. Huck Finn's Catfish is opening on May 20th. Red Oak Bistro is opening on May 21st, and the Melting Pot in Gatlinburg is opening on May 22nd. Now again, please don't kill me if some of these restaurants have decided to open early, but this is the most accurate information that I have, and as I mentioned, this is being recorded on Friday, May 8th. Now, businesses closed until further notice, so these businesses have closed throughout the months of March and April and have not yet set a reopening date. And those businesses are Beyond the Lens, Pirates Voyage Dinner and Show, Dolly Parton Stampede, Smoky Mountain Opry, Hatfield and McCoy Dinner Feud, Comedy Barn, Country Tonight, Red Skelton Tribute Theater, Paula Dean's Lumberjack Feud Show and Adventure Park, Smoky Mountain Escape Games, Dollywood, The Ripken Experience, Bush's Visitor Center, Great Smoky Mountains Railroad, Ripley's Aquarium of the Smokies, Gatlinburg Skylit Park, Governor's Crossing Stadium 14 Theater, Pigeon Forge Snow, Titanic Museum, Fat Daddy's Arcade, NASCAR Speed Park, Wonderworks, The Track, The Coaster at Goats on the Roof, Rocky Top Mountain Coaster, Pink Jeep Tours, Smoky Mountain Popcorn Company, Top Jump Trampoline and Extreme Arena, Gatlinburg Space Needle, Arcadia, Ripley's, believe it or not, Ripley's 5D Moving Theater, Ripley's Haunted Adventure, Ripley's Marvelous Mirror Maze, Ripley's Super Fun Zone, Ripley's Guinness World Records Adventure, Davy Crockett's Miniature Golf Course, Rainforest Adventures, Severe Air Trampoline and Ninja Warrior Park, Mysterious Mansion of Gatlinburg, Bird's Cookie Company, Build-A-Bear Workshop at the Island, Uber Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge Trolley, Cooters, Bluff Mountain Adventures, Wilderness at the Smokies, Smoky Mountain Winery, A Long Story Short Company, Pigeon Forge Traders Gift Shop, Lock, Stock, and Blade, Smoky Mountain Zip Lines, Magic Quest and Pigeon Forge, and Anarchista. All of those are still closed and they do not have an opening date. Now, as far as restaurants that are kind of going on a closure, but possibly adjusting when they're going to be reopening, Courthouse Donuts and Deli, they are closed currently and they're reevaluating on a week-by-week basis. Old Red in Gatlinburg is closed. Gatlinburg Brewing Company, The Park Grill is closed. Ruby Sunshine is closed. And Pigeon Forge Deli is closed until further notice. Now again, as I mentioned, I'm recording this on Friday, May 8th. The Gatlinburg City Commission unanimously approved closing one lane of a portion of the parkway through downtown this weekend of May 8th to allow more room for pedestrians. The sidewalks at Gatlinburg were so crowded in some areas this past weekend, making it hard for people to maintain a safe social distance from each other, especially in areas where people were waiting for food. So with more businesses reopening this weekend, city leaders wanted to close the outside lanes of the parkway between traffic light number 6, that's at Cherokee Orchard Road, and Reagan Drive intersection to allow pedestrians to use that extra space. This closure would take place from noon on Friday, May 8th, until 2 p.m. on Sunday, May 10th. So to give you an idea of where this is, landmarks would include from generally Anakeesta, going down to the corner of Ripley's, believe it or not, Sugarlands is on that corner, Gatlinburg Skylift Park is on that corner. So from Anakeesta down to Sugarlands, the outside lanes are going to be closed and it'll be barricaded so that the lanes will separate pedestrians from vehicle traffic. 5 crosswalks will also span the parkway in this section to allow for safe crossing of pedestrians. Police officers will be on hand for crowd control and direct some traffic onto alternate routes on what will be a busy weekend in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. One item that has been mentioned is just how few people are wearing masks while walking down the streets of Gatlinburg. Please, let's be smart out there. Let's do our part to keep the Smokies open. There are a lot of people depending on this area for their livelihood. So if we can just take these simple steps to keep each other safe, please let's do so. Now, I'm going to be doing these updates every Thursday from this point on. I apologize if I got some things wrong here on this podcast, but there's a lot of information to sift through. Not every business is updating to their websites or Facebook pages, so I'm trying to do my best to get this right. With that, remember, a fed bear is a dead bear. Please don't feed the bears. Thanks for listening. An Outsider's Guide to the Smoky Mountains was brought to you by Dancing Barefoot Cabin. If you're looking for a log cabin lodging experience beyond the ordinary, then Dancing Barefoot Cabin is for you. Conveniently located in between Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg. Explore the possibilities at dancingbarefoot.com. That's dancingbarefoot, BEARFOOT.com. Pizza Bear illustration by Kenton Visser. Music by Jay Denton.